The best SSD for PS5 is essential if you frequently download titles to expand your gaming library, especially since the internal 667.2 GB of internal storage fills up pretty quickly, once you've got a few games under your belt. As this console generation continues, some of the best PS5 games have started to get larger with more intensive graphics and larger game worlds than ever before. Here we are going to review the top 5 best SSD for PS5 available right now. Our recommendation number 1. WD_Black 2TB SN850X NVMe Internal Gaming SSD. WD has taken its popular black SN850 SSD and turned it up to 11, but luckily the price isn't nearly extreme. The black SN850X leverages an improved controller and newer flash to get the most out of the PCIe 4.0 interface, thus delivering excellent performance with the Sony PlayStation 5. Performance is improved across the board, and the drive comes with a heatsink option at 1TB and 2TB. WD also supports the SSD with a respectable 5-year warranty that will let you game with peace of mind. This drive is made for the PlayStation 5, but it is a bit pricier than other options, so you'll need to keep an eye out for sales. It's also super fast for gaming on a PC, particularly with direct storage on the horizon. WD has taken the course of releasing an officially licensed SN850p. That drive is a glorified heat-sinked SN850X and should only be picked if you want the heatsink at 4TB. Our recommendation number 2. SK Hynix Platinum P41 Internal Gaming SSD. The SK Hynix Platinum P41 offers an excellent blend of high performance and low pricing, making it one of the best SSDs for the Sony PS5, and you can currently find the spacious 2TB model. This drive has long stood out as one of the best SSDs overall, but you'll need to budget for an aftermarket cooler before you slap this drive into the PS5. The Platinum P41 is available in 500GB, 1TB, and 2TB capacities and delivers up to 7,000 MB per second of sequential throughput, exceeding the PS5's minimum specs. The drive also has a 5-year warranty and a solid 750 TBW endurance rating, making it a top pick for the PS5. The Platinum P41 has been fine-tuned to lead the industry in sustained performance. Enduring rigorous 1,000-hour stress tests, the Platinum P41 boasts an outstanding 1,200 TBW rating. We provide our customized SK Hynix Edition Macrium cloning software for data transfers and OS migration, along with our EasyKit software so you can check the performance and status of your SSD at a glance. Our recommendation number 3. Samsung 990p RO Series M.2 Internal SSD. If you're looking for the absolute fastest drive for the Sony PlayStation 5 that money can buy, the 990 Pro is your drive. The Samsung 990 Pro's new hardware and new options, including a heatsink with RGB and a 4TB variant, have allowed Samsung to retake the SSD crown. The Samsung 990 Pro's performance is excellent across the board, setting a few new performance records, such as with 4K random read performance. In our testing, the drive was consistent, power efficient, and cool. Our recommendation number 4. Kingston KC3000 PCIe 4.0 NVMe M.2 1024GB SSD. The Kingston KC3000 is a high-performance PCIe 4.0 x4 NVMe SSD that dishes out bleeding-edge speeds of up to 7 Gbps of read and write throughput, along with up to 1 million IOPS, all for an incredibly affordable for the 1TB model. The drive dishes out plenty of performance for the PS5. Our recommendation number 5. Kingston Fury Renegade 1TB PCIe Internal Gaming SSD. The Kingston Fury Renegade excels across the board and can easily be considered one of the best SSDs for PS5. That's because this model, which specifically comes with a dedicated heatsink for the console, delivers leading sequential performance that we just haven't seen from many others at the price point. In our testing, we found that the Kingston Renegade scored a sequential read figure of 6,500 MB per second from Sony's internal benchmarking test. That easily makes it the quickest drive we've had our hands on, whereas some others tend to hover around the 6,100 megabytes per second mark in contrast. Speed and build quality aside, the Kingston Fury Renegade SSD's major strength is the competitive price point. It's one of the more aggressive rates given the prowess of the hardware inside, given that drives running the Phison E18 controller aren't usually this affordable. We strongly encourage you to opt for the heatsink model, as while there's a standard version available a few dollars cheaper, you'll otherwise need to DIY a cooling solution. There's little we can fault this NVMe on all told.